You need to move over. Where do I look? At the hole?
The hole. Retake that. Your nose looks... I can't even speak. Your nose ring looks very ringy.
It can move. Okay.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Can I just...
You can't just say talk now.
Hey guys, so as you can tell, there is someone next to me, and actually you've probably already seen her in the May Favourites video. This is Briar. She is one of my best friends, and today we are filming a book. She seriously just read this in 2 hours last night, and I'm so upset because it took me 2 days and she took like 2 hours.
I'm just a
that
quick reader.
No, it's not it.
Just read.
So neither of us have done a review before. I've attempted one before, but I kind of failed at it because I'm better at bouncing it off you because, like, I don't want to say a bad thing about a book, but you know the book that we read that is having a sequel now, and
That bad book.
I just like
The book we didn't like.
I feel like I should say it, but I don't want to say it because I feel like so many
We
people
don't
would
want to criticise the author or offend them, so
yeah, because it offends a lot of people on
it
YouTube
would,
as well.
It would, so we'll keep that anonymous.
I think they can tell though.
Probably.
So today we're reviewing On the Fence by, is it Kasie or Kasie? I think it's
Kasie. If it was Cassie, it'd have double S.
It is?
Kasie West, it's by.
Okay, she's deciding how you pronounce her name. So overall I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars.
And I gave it a 2.5 stars.
2.5.
Why? Why can't I say 2.5?
Because I think of a 2.5.
Oh, okay, fine. I gave it 2.5 stars.
You can see I love her.
You can see I hate her.
So, seeing as you're the guest, Briar, I'll let you take it away from the start.
Could you do the thing where you press stop?
Okay, so apparently actually I'm going to start now. I did enjoy this book, but I felt like it had flaws. My one that is just like staying in my mind and it's just bothering me so much, and I've said this to you, by the way guys, this is a spoiler review.
Definitely,
so
spoiler.
Don't like watch, even though this spoiler like happens within the first few pages, just like don't watch the spoilers. So spoilers now.
If you're yet to read it, don't watch. Because you didn't say that. You said just don't watch.
It's
We want you to watch, but not if you're planning on reading this.
It's a good book. It's just it's a good light, easy book to read. So that if you haven't read it there, so read it.
Read it.
You may as well. I just got annoyed how at the start it was like Dave's grandmother died. I didn't get bothered that she passed away, but I was bothered that they said, oh, she's had cancer for a while, and I'm sensitive to cancer. They don't know yet, so I'm not going to tell them. I just had cancer experiences in my life. I haven't had cancer, but like close relatives have, and I just got so bothered by it because they didn't even specify the type of cancer. They didn't say, like, we were listing all the types of cancers last night
lots of different
that they
types
could
of
have
cancers.
been, and it was just so annoying because I'm just like, it's a cop out death. Like it's a flippant death, blasé.
Flippant, yeah, blasé. If you're gonna kill a character, maybe they'll give them cancer. That's how people treat
I
it.
know, it's so annoying. I'm just like, ow.
One thing that I didn't like about the book was that her brothers, Nathan and Gage, both made her feel as if she wasn't a normal girl just because she was a bit of a tomboy and played all different kinds of sports. I mean, what's a normal girl?
I know.
We're not normal.
Oh,
But like,
not normal.
I mean, I don't know what defines a normal girl, but if she's a girl, she's got boobs. Some kind of boob formation on her chest.
Like,
she's a girl.
It was just so annoying because she was just like, why don't you just ask me? Like, he was just like saying, oh, I need to talk to a girl, and she was just like,
I'm a girl.
She looked offended, and then he was just like, you're not a normal girl though. It's just like, bloody well, I don't like sports, but she does, and that's yeah.
The worst part about this point in the book was it was never fixed. Like, they never even apologised to her for treating her like not a normal girl because she plays sports. It just was a open point that wasn't rectified.
Yeah. We've just realised that we didn't actually say what the book's about. So,
Claudia will do that for you.
yeah, it's about a 16-year-old girl named Charlie who has been raised by her 3 brothers and her dad. She didn't have a mum in her life growing up because her mum passed away when she was 6. And I forgot what I was saying then. She's a tomboy. She likes sport. She's not into girly things like makeup and
Nice dresses and clothes and like, shirts.
And not like, she's more into hanging out with like the jock type girls rather than the me
pretty
type girls.
Everyone's pretty. I mean, like, they're really like,
yeah, so her and her neighbour Brayden, who is like an honorary brother of hers, always have these midnight chats at their fence and like just talk about stuff, and it's like their own alternative universe and they don't discuss it in normal time. So that's basically what the book's about. There's obviously more plot to it, but that's like the gist. Everything annoyed me apparently. Something that I found annoying in the book was I feel like she didn't really have like coming into being a girl. It was kind of just like not a girl, but like coming into being from tomboy to girly.
Yeah.
I feel like it was just like she always had her separate lives and you didn't really see the transition, I don't feel like, because at the end she's just like, oh, my makeup's gonna run. It's just
she doesn't care about that stuff.
She doesn't care about the stuff. They never like introduced her to caring about that stuff. They just introduced her to like her friend, what's her name again? Amber. Being like, oh, you can wear makeup, you can wear up over the top makeup or you can wear like subtle makeup, and like they didn't really say anything about Charlie being okay with that.
Yeah, was it a belligerent? Billy. Belligerent.
Okay, yeah. So just start from.
Something that really, really did frustrate me in the first couple pages of the book was that one of the brothers, I don't feel like he would be a particularly wordy kind of bloke. But
like high vocabulary.
High vocabulary, thank you. Like lots of words, big words. But the author thought she'd just pop in belligerent in his little, like, he was talking, he was speaking, he said that word, and I don't know what it means. She doesn't know what it means.
And we were literature students.
We're literature students. I ducks lit. And we don't know what that means.
So my face.
We're not really sure why she did that, but I feel like she's one of those authors that finds the big words, just puts it in there to be wordy, and there was no point.
I'm just like, no, you're an easy contemporary read. Don't put in confusing words like Mary Shelley.
I feel like that word is like somewhere between like blasé and like casual, or I don't even know, like arrogant maybe? No. It's something like sarcastic or like flippant, I feel, but we should have like looked up its meaning. But I didn't like that.
My legs are so asleep right now. Okay, so the last thing that's coming to mind that is negative about the book is Amber, how she was a stereotypical girl. Like, I'm girly, I like makeup, I like dresses, I like styling myself. But they didn't give her any other defining qualities. Like, I love reading, I'm freaking in love with Marvel. What are your defining qualities?
I like Harry Potter and anime, and I speak Japanese.
Yeah, so they didn't give her anything. They're just like, you're a stereotypical girl who's here to teach...
She had no inner qualities.
Yeah,
like nothing.
Who's here to teach Charlie how to be...
a better person. She taught her how to be, like, more girly, like, more makeup-y, but there was nothing else. Oh, and she wasn't deep.
And the thing when she was just, like, at the end, just, like, Gage is more my type. Just, like, okay, so not the guy who's, very intelligent. No, not saying Gage isn't intelligent, but Brayden was really intelligent. He was. She was, like, going out with him for a little bit, and then, yeah, I felt like she was just kind of, just put in there. Just, like, how did you get so close to the boys that quickly? Like,
I feel like she was just a plot driver. She just drove the plot. That's all she did.
Yeah, because Charlie basically needed to make more girlfriends, so they were just like...
let's put a girl in.
Let's
put the most girl. The most girl.
The most girl there is. One who will scream at spiders and freaking bedazzle a jersey. Like, I'm not in sports. If I ever went to one, I wouldn't bedazzle it. Like, that looks cheap.
It did look cheap, in my mind.
I was thinking you saw it. So a definite positive about the book that we both agree on, it was a really easy read. Well, she read it in 2 hours, I read it in 2 days, but still, like, I have to put the book down.
There was a point where my eyes were getting really, really sore, but I didn't want to stop because I was like a quarter of the way from finishing, and I'm like, I need to do this.
Yeah.
I liked how it was. Oh, what did I like again?
The plot.
The
plot twist.
The plot twist was a good plot twist. Like, I wasn't expecting it.
We should probably say the plot twist, seeming as we are doing spoilers.
Yeah.
How the mother committed suicide. Like, that was a major plot twist. I was just like, oh my god, when Charlie was just like saying how she thought that it was her that her mother couldn't handle, and how her dad had like the teenage girl book, and she was just like, I turned out wrong. And I was just like,
it was heartbreaking.
Oh
I actually cried. There was a point where I was
crying.
in tears. And I really liked it because throughout most of the book, it led us to believe that that the mum died in a car crash. But then
she technically did.
But still,
she
like,
drove
an accidental car crash. But then it ended as if she was the one who actually made herself crash.
Yeah, there's something that really confuses me is how they said she almost took you that night too, like, because she snuck out into the car. So obviously she was driving and almost went, and then she saw, like, how did she get Charlie out of the car?
Maybe she didn't get Charlie out of the car. Maybe the police got Charlie out of the car and she just blocked it out of her mind.
I don't think so, though, because
the mum died, didn't she?
Yeah, the mum died, so Charlie would have died if she went off the cliff as well.
It
She
was
went
off the cliff? So how did Charlie die?
Charlie didn't die!
How did Charlie not die?
I don't know, that confuses me. They never explained that. Like, did they see before they went, did the mum drive back? No, because she remembers seeing her mum, she didn't, like, get out before she drove off, because she remembers seeing her mum, like, cry in the rear view mirror, and then and then her mum saw her, and then they don't explain how the heck did Charlie get out? Because she wouldn't have taken her daughter.
That point. So we don't know how that happened, so I guess we will add this to another list of flaws, that it's open-ended. We don't know what happened.
Yeah, this book is just starting to go down.
That's why I put it 2.5 stars.
I just really like reading it, but it has a lot of flaws.
So it was a really good romance. Like, it did start off really rocky. Like, they weren't sure if they were in love, but he was, but he didn't want to tell her. They didn't want to wreck the friendship.
That's cute.
And it was just great how it ended. They ended up together.
The cutest thing ever was when she went to, like, go apologise to Dave at the end, and he was just like, can I tell you something? It wasn't your brothers that scared me off, it was Brayden. I was just like,
that's good.
I was just like, yeah.
He's so protective. Wasn't it Evan?
No, I think
who Brayden scared off?
Scared off everyone. No, David.
Scared off everyone.
David, the guy whose grandmother passed away.
Oh yeah,
because she went to apologise to him.
Yeah.
Oh, Evan, I've completely forgot about Evan.
Yeah, I know. I liked Charlie as a character, though. No, I didn't. I didn't like her because she thought she had to, like, hide her.
Yeah, that was annoying. Like, I can understand it because her brothers did react, like, not as positively as they could. I don't feel like they put that in as much. Like, she was making such a big deal out of it, and her brothers didn't even have a reaction.
They were just like, oh, who are you, basically.
I think they should have at least had a reaction. I think it's so funny, though, when Gage was just like, what have you done with my sister? That's rude. Yeah. Never say that to a girl who put makeup on.
Don't do it.
Evan was a bit annoying because, like, he saw her watching the game, like, being all content, like, watching the game on the screen and all that when they first met, and then tried to explain things to her, just like, she's obviously extremely interested in watching it. She obviously knows what's going around. You think just because she's a girl wearing makeup that she doesn't know what the heck's happening. And then I like when they're at the baseball game, Brayden was just like, she knows.
And another point with that, like, she even expressed her, like, utmost interest when they were out at the mall. Like, when he first mentioned it, she was like, oh my god, I love, was it basketball? Soccer? Rugby? Baseball. She was like, oh, I'm really into that. She emphasised how into it she was. Like, why did he think that she did not know?
He thought that it was just like, oh, a girl's, like, trying to get my attention.
Yeah, like, he probably thought, like, she's just trying to impress me, you know?
If I ever meet a guy who's into Marvel, I'm gonna find it so funny if he's not as into it as I am, because then I'll be explaining things to him when he tries to explain things to me. Imagine if he does something wrong. I'm just gonna be like, I get excited about guys being wrong.
She does.
So, while I liked the fence talks in the book, they didn't, well, they added to the plot, but, like, I don't really have anything to comment on them. So, they were just, like...
I feel like they were just there. Like, they weren't anything... Like, I don't feel like they ever talked about anything significant. It was more like a contest. Who knew who more?
They never finished that contest.
They didn't finish it. We don't know who knows who more.
I feel like...
Maybe they're equal. Maybe they both won.
Oh yeah, Charlie would accept that.
Charlie is very determined.
Very. Oh, like me.
Yeah.
We probably both agree that Jerome was our favourite character, just because he never said anything like, Charlie, you're not a normal girl.
Yeah, he was beautiful.
He was just a protective big brother who would listen to people, who's a caring person and all that, and it's just like, I'd friggin' date him.
He got so defensive as well when Brayden and Charlie, like, first announced their togetherness. He was like, you're taking advantage of her. Like, that's just beautiful, like, brotherly defense.
Joking.
No.
When he left, they started cracking up.
He looks pretty serious. He's not looked like he sounded. He was pointing his finger.
He was pointing his finger.
I think he sounded defensive, but he was a good brother.
That's it for our review today. As you can tell, we didn't actually have that much positive things, so I think mine... I don't know, I really liked the book, but now I'm thinking there's actually so many flaws about it.
Once
so
we got
gone down
thinking,
to 2.
Once we got thinking about it, I suppose there was more, you know,
exactly, that's what happened with the previous book.
What previous? Oh. Wait, what previous
that
book? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the book we were talking about earlier, the one that was the bad book.
That we don't want to offend anyone.
Sorry, no. But, yeah, no, I still stand by my 2.5.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put mine down to a 2.5. It was average, but they left out some stuff, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed our review. If you want to see more videos with Briar, we're actually about to film another one with her in it. So, either way, you had to deal with Briar. I'm sorry if you don't want to. I wouldn't want to deal with you.
Oh.
Yeah. So, tell us your thoughts on this book if you've read it. Tell us books that you might want us to read again.
To review?
Yeah, to review. Oh, that sounds so cute. To review.
And we like to review.
You should tell them to like and subscribe and comment.
If you would please like and subscribe to Claudia's channel, that would be really fab. Thanks.
Okay, that's it for today's video, guys. Bye!
Bye!